Okay, here we are with the next two Beatitudes. We're gonna do blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Okay, so what we're talking about here, blessed are the peacemakers, people who strive for peace in all relationships in their life. They are quick to forgive and they are quick to forget people's trespasses toward them, just as God is with us. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Now, when it says sons, it implies sons and daughters. So if you're a girl or a woman, don't feel like you're excluded from this. Blessed are the peacemakers. Now, this action, just kind of showing a handshake. It's hard to kind of show a handshake with yourself, but we do extend our hand when we first meet someone or greet someone or indicate kind of like we're making a deal with someone. They have our word. So blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Now that's what we are. We are actually God's children. And God says we deserve that title. We deserve that name when we are His. And so again, when we are being peacemakers, it's part of proving that we do belong to Him. So blessed are the peacemakers. They shall be called sons of God. Now the action, hard to see here in the video, but called, sons, and just kind of have your hands down like you're resting your hands on little children or something, for they shall be called sons of God. Okay, the next one is blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Now we're getting pretty close to the end of the Beatitudes here. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So the first thing I want to point out is that if you've been paying good attention, you'll notice that this blessing is exactly the same as the blessing from the very beginning of the Beatitudes, when we said, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. That means we belong in the sphere of the kingdom of heaven that God is in. So blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, right? Now, it's kind of pulling it all together like bookends. So at the beginning, the promise is being part of the kingdom of heaven, and at the end of this Beatitude section, we're also being promised that we are part of the kingdom of heaven. Now, persecution, we'll talk about for just a moment here. Persecution is basically experiencing anything negative for being one of God's people. So it can be in the form of mean words, up to the point of being actually killed for your faith in Jesus Christ and taking a stand for that. So the Bible actually says here that it is a blessing when we are persecuted. So I know oftentimes we think of persecution as being like this mean, scary thing that we want to avoid. But since it is coming as a blessing, I would actually challenge you to think that it might actually be something to desire. So we'll do that again. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Again, we're crossing our arms. It's kind of on a slant, but trying to make that cross image. So blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Good. Okay, so we'll do those two again together. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Okay, from the top. Matthew 5, verses 1 through 16. Seeing the crowds, he went up on the mountain, and when he sat down, his disciples came to him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Good job.